Hey friends, welcome to Make My World Mini. We are over here and I am going to introduce you to the new doll. So let's go ahead and just get on with this video. Let's go. Alright, so it has been a little challenging behind the scenes to get things done and to share with you. Work schedule has just been all over the place. But let's get on with this video. Janelle has her head back. Isn't that awesome? We have Sunny and we have Star. Star is Sunny's sister. But as you probably can tell, I bought a new doll. This one, sort of. I put Sunny's head on this body. But she is a new doll that I bought from the thrift store for $3.99. However, I figured I could still use those dolls as placement dolls, as cashiers or baristas or whatever. So I took Sunny's head and put it on Star's body, and now Star is on Sunny's body. So we have Star. I made this outfit recently. I thought it was cute, and Star's necklace, that's how she came with her name, I guess, because that necklace came on Janelle, but I put it on her because it matched her outfit. And Sunny and Star sounds really good, like they're twins. Alright, so I thought it was pretty cool. I just like her head on Sunny's body better. And then Sunny's head's over there because Sunny has issues with her hair. Because of the, I don't know, I got her in that box. Now I like Sunny's body though, so I wanted a different head. Does that all make sense? I hope so. Alright, now let me get on to share with what I have found or what I have created. Again, I don't know, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. But you guys understand if you do miniatures and doll scenes and stuff like that as a hobby or for entertainment purposes only, or as an escape from work like I do. Alright, anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so I am kind of hesitant to share certain things that I have found, because then when I find them in my area, then all of a sudden they're gone and I can't find them anymore. And it's such a drag, because miniatures and miniverse and mini brands are the hardest things. Dollhouse stuff is so hard to find in my area. And I think that's why Play-Doh and poster board, I think that's what it's called, that stiffer board, kind of like cardstock or poster board, yeah, I think that's what it's called, is much nicer to work with for me, or my favorites, because it's the easiest to find in my area consistently. But anyway, I did go to Hobby Lobby and I bought this air hardening dry clay. I do like it. I wanted to try it. I've been wanting to try it, and it is affordable. It was $3.49 for this big chunk, because I haven't been able to find any more of the air dry clay that I was finding at Dollar Tree. I was finding this one, this air dry clay, which I think mine is now dried out. It used to come in a white package, and I think it was by Crayola, but they don't sell that one at Dollar Tree anymore either, so I can't find this one or the other one anymore. That's why I said I'm always so hesitant to share what I find at Dollar Tree, because then all of a sudden my Dollar Tree stops carrying stuff, and it's such a drag. I decided to get this one at Hobby Lobby, so I decided to try this one. There are a couple other air dry clays or air hardening clay that I'd like to try, but that's in time and they do cost more. Some of them you do have to bake. Now, as I said, my favorite to create with is Play-Doh, or the Play-Doh brand. It is definitely my favorite to create with because it's easy to find all the time. Walmart, Target, it's always easy to find. Now, I'm going to share Play-Doh with you that I find at Dollar Tree. I'm hoping that I'll still be able to find it after I share it with you. If not, I guess I just go back to the wonderful Play-Doh, right? But I found Modeling Dough Amazing Sense. It's by Curiosity. I have found other things by Curiosity. I've tried their clay. I don't mind it. I have also found their kits, like the hamburger maker set. Now this kit in particular is more for like My Life dolls or American Girl dolls, because it is a larger and in charge. You see what I mean? It is large compared to the 1/6 scale. That's what I'm trying to say. Now I have found other kits that fit with them perfectly. It was the cake kit or the cake stand kit. They had this one. So if you're looking for like My Life dolls or your American Girl dolls, the larger dolls, these would work great in your scenes with those dolls. Okay, but anyway, I love this modeling dough. It works wonderful, and I am going to show or share with you what I've created with it. I also like to buy the Crayola chalk. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen anybody create with chalk pastels. They, dust it on there or paint it on there to help bring it color or give it color. I'm still working on that. I'll share that with you as well. But this was only $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree does have some $3 stuff and $5 stuff now, but this one was $1.25. Okay, so what else? I told you I made that, where the necklace came from, and the new doll. And then Dollar Tree has rub-on transfers. I'm probably going to regret showing you these too, because they probably won't have them in my area. They are getting really, really, really hard to find. I used to use rub-on transfers a lot in my junk journals, but again, they're really getting harder to find in my area. These are wonderful. That is how I did my plates. Now, these plates are made out of this air dry clay that I bought from Hobby Lobby. And these ones turned out pretty good. My other ones did not, so I ended up tossing those. But you can see the back and then the front. And then I used those rub-on transfers and then went over it with Posca to make them, more vibrant or shinier. So this was that clay. And then, here, let's start here. So these little biscuits or whatever you want to call them, whatever they could be, food for the dolls, are made out of that air dry clay. And then I took the chalk and I went over so it kind of looks like that light golden brown. Hopefully you guys, oh no, that doesn't help. That light golden brown, so that it looks like they're baked or toasted. This was made out of Play-Doh. This watermelon sorbet from like Miniverse, a dupe or a copycat off of Miniverse. But this was made out of Play-Doh. This was made out of moon sand. I didn't have any Connect sand and acrylic paints. And of course the clear fingernail polish. I probably regret showing this too. This particular super dry clear fingernail polish that I use on a lot of my stuff, especially my Play-Doh stuff, so it doesn't crack. I apply this to preserve it as best as I can for as long as I can. Alright, let's move on. The fish. Now this little fish, I had seen a tutorial or somebody making one. They inspired me to try and make a fish. I think they made a trout. I don't know what mine is supposed to be. But I thought it would look cute on a plate or, what do you call it? What is that called? A tray for the dolls. Now, it's made out of that clay that I just shared with you. As you can see how it dries, and then that's fingernail polish and acrylic paint over it with a clear coat on top. Now, I'm not sure if I told you, but Miniverse and Mini Brands is really hard to find in my area as well. There's a lot of the older stuff now that's finally been there. Some of that other stuff that's out there, I just cannot find anywhere. The new Mini Brands book series 2, the baby series 2, I can't find any of that yet. So that is why I made the watermelon sorbet. Not only that, I just didn't want to, I don't know, spend that money when I could try and make it myself. I do like trying to make things myself, as you can tell. I did create this. The little chicken drumsticks are made out of Play-Doh. And then that's the skewer from Miniverse with the tray from Miniverse. And that is resin on there this time. Because usually I use Ulmer's clear glue and I'll mix acrylic paint. But I have so much resin. I have been trying to use it, but I just can't stand how the resin still stays so sticky. I don't like it. Drives me nuts. Alright, so the drumsticks were Play-Doh. Now this I should say these. This is Play-Doh. I have made something like this before, trying to make bread. Somebody said it looked like a steak. I don't know. I just wanted to try and make some kind of food for the dolls. And then this was supposed to be a beef Wellington, but it does not look like that to me at all. Some kind of food for the dolls. I do like how it turned out as far as the feel and the look. It just doesn't look exactly the way that I wanted it to. But inside is brown Play-Doh covered with that hardening clay, and then I've dusted it with the chalk and of course the clear super dry fingernail polish, and I mixed the chalk with the clear glue to try and get that toasted again or baked look. And then I have what do you call this? A piece of pie, espresso coffee, mocha latte pie, I don't know, some kind of coffee. You can see that I made the coffee beans. It is glued down. I made the plate out of paper or poster board, not paper. It's a more firmer paper. So I would say that's poster board or cardstock. And then I made the little coffee espresso beans out of Play-Doh, and then this pie piece is actually made out of Model Magic and then mixed with a little bit of Play-Doh. And then that is just paint and the Elmer's school glue. I do like the Elmer's school glue, and then of course I finished it with the super dry. But as far as air dried clay, this I usually get from Dollar General. I don't mind the air dry clay from Dollar General. It's just a little more squishy, so it's a little bit different to work with. And then I bought this one recently at Dollar Tree because I can't find anymore the one that I used to use from Dollar Tree. The air dry clay I used to use from Dollar Tree. This is not, but it looked like a white package, so now this is the only one I see. Alright. These are just made out of Play-Doh with some leftover stuff from the popping cooking. I just mixed in there, and then I glued them down to this plate from Hobby Lobby, and then I put the clear coat of the nail polish on there. So they look like little square cookie bars. Oopsie. Okay, she's probably not going to stand now. Alright. And then this I just wanted to try. This is again Play-Doh. This right here, the major part of the Danish, I guess you could call it. And again, Miniverse has Danishes, I think in Cafe Series 4. But again, I just didn't want to spend that money. I'm like, I'll try and make it myself. So that's what I did. This is Play-Doh. And then you take the tool and make the, you know, the lines in there of the Danish. And then the rest is, the fruit is Miniverse. These are Miniverse cherries I cut up, and blueberries. And then some resin on top. And then the school glue. And then to finish it off, I use the clear fingernail polish. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. It's like a dupe or a copycat off of Miniverse because, again, it's so hard for me to find Miniverse stuff. Now, and I like to find affordable if I can. And Hobby Lobby is even expensive sometimes on some of their dollhouse stuff that I just don't want to put that money out for because I need it for other things. I have a granddaughter on the way. Oh, these are my little lemon bars. You guys have seen these when we did the Mother's Day thing. Alright, and then I wanted some birds, but I didn't want to buy the package of birds from Hobby Lobby because, again, I didn't want to spend that. So I made these little birds out of clay, or Play-Doh, I'm sorry, out of Play-Doh. The only one that I made out of clay is this blue one. Oh, it was still a little wet from the sealer that I used. Okay, I like the ones made out of Play-Doh better than the bird made out of clay. There we go, so it focuses. I don't know why, I just like the way the Play-Doh ones feel over the clay ones. So I do like plates made out of the clay though. If I have my choice when I make plates, I prefer them out of paper, the poster board, or the firmer paper, and or the clay. These little plants that I have sitting around, they were push pins. I found these at a thrift store, or at the same thrift store I found her. So here's the box that they were in. Here's the box, the back of the box they were in for $1.99. I think they were actually cheaper than that. But I really liked them and I thought they were cute. I just took the push pins off, as you can see in the box. I just took the push pins off and now we have little plants that can stand, because I was like, that would look really cute in other areas of the dollhouse. And then they stand because they are flat, so they can, you know, stay against the wall or whatever. I like this particular Play-Doh because it does come with a chocolate and it does come with a vanilla or a white. So I love having those. It gives me, I don't know, to mix the Play-Doh, to mix the colors can be very challenging to get the color that you're trying to match. I forget what that's called. Somebody called it something when you're trying to duplicate a color that you know is like a food color or whatever. I forget what it's called. But anyway, I made her a little banana that she can hold and peel. And I like a lot of stuff again. I like making the food out of Play-Doh best, and I guess the plates out of clay or some of the other stuff. Like if I was going to make like a teapot or a pot, I'd probably make it out of the clay. But when I make food, I guess I like making it out of Play-Doh, and certain things I do like making out of paper as well, as you guys obviously can see and can tell. Alright, and it is also hard sometimes to get the right mix of chalk, because I don't have brown chalk, although I do want to find some brown chalk. I guess Hobby Lobby has some brown chalk, but hopefully I can find some brown so it'll be easier to mix, because if I could start with brown, it'd be a lot easier than trying to mix the colors to make a nice brown and then lighten that brown to get the nice toasted color that I'm striving for, so it looks like it's been baked. That didn't turn out too awful. I don't know what it is. It could be whatever food the dolls need it to be, because it just sits on a plate, right? For scenes, for you and me, right? Alright. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good time here. It wasn't much, but I wanted to share with you so I can keep moving forward and moving on. There's projects I need to go back to and finish, like the sliding doors on the studio. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you guys have time and energy to relax, create, and enjoy in your mini world. And I'll just see you next time on Make My World Mini. Bye!